Where would these animals all be if we weren't here? We have 600 cages of unconditional love.
When you are with me, I'm free.
A pet is a family member. They're not a stepping stone or something for Christmas or a birthday present. It's their life. If someone was talking about my life, I don't want it just as a Christmas or birthday present. I want it for real. We get many different reasons animals are brought in. And the older animals take it the hardest. And the older ones have less chances to get a home. Everybody wants a cute little puppy and a cute little kitten. But so many times you bring home a mature animal, they're housebroken, they got their act together. A lot of strays are never claimed. When the strays come in, we get them where they're hit by cars, they've been in dog fights, badly abused. Everybody in their life has had a dog or cat get away from them. Our obligation is to try finding the owners. If they have tags, it makes life so much easier because we can track the people down.
Animal Welfare League, they're the best. They try the hardest to place a dog or a cat. I'm a lifetime member, and every time I say a dog, I bring a dog or a cat in. People will just chase them away or even try to hurt them because they're not, let's say they're not a big, nice, wonderful, clean dog or cat. They'll go, look at that dog, it's good. Well, get a little love and a little meat on the dog and a bat, it'll be a friend for life.
Spaying and neutering is the only way we can keep overpopulation down. There's so many benefits, and it's a very simple surgery. It's an old wives' tale where, oh, let a dog have a litter before, you spay or neuter her. It'll make them a better dog. It's a bunch of bull. If they saw what we saw, how many don't get homes, they would be banging at the door to spay and neuter. We have a wonderful clinic. We have 4 doctors on staff. We have about 9 vet techs. We see things that many clinics don't see. We see malnutrition, where they just have skin on the bones. We have animals hit by cars. We have burned animals. Every animal that comes to that door, we have to give them immediate attention. If they come in as a stray, we don't just put them in a cage and wait 7 days. They're treated immediately.
Again I stand, Lord God I stand, against the faceless man.
Animal Welfare League is a wonderful place. There are many, many animals that have found a second home, a second chance at life, animals that are wonderful potential pets, and all they need is just someone to care for them until someone walks through the door that would be a good home for them. I love working here.
Animal welfare started with volunteers, and without volunteers and employees, we wouldn't be where we're at. It's very hard to be an employee at an animal shelter. When you first start working or volunteering here, you get attached and you cry and you see things that you've never seen before. And after a while, you think, okay, I gotta fix this. I wish we could have 100 more volunteers, because every time we have another volunteer that is here is to give the animals a little more private service, loving hugs, treats, just to make it feel more at home.
I like helping people find a dog or find a cat. That's what I like doing the best. This was just something extra, which was a thrill. It's the first time I went to the woods and found a mother and puppies and brought them home. We'll find homes for all of them. And then the mother will find her a home too.
Hugo came in at 7, 8 months old, and he came in very sick and very lethargic and just wasn't a candidate to go up for adoption yet. So what I did is I decided to foster him and take him home with me, and give him his meds and treat him and nurture him back to health. Now here he is, healthy as a horse, ready to go home and to a good home.
About 2 weeks ago, he was brought in by a police officer, a Chicago police officer, and there was a couple police officers that found 4 puppies in a Tupperware container in a very nasty neighborhood.
The foster program was put together where people will open their hearts and take in the animal, bring it to their home, let them get chubby, let them wear the cast until it's time to take off, let them grow and get a little bigger so they can go up for adoption, or let the ones that had the surgical problems recuperate. The fostering is a wonderful program because a foster mom and dad have to take an animal in, love them like it's their own, and then let them go.
You grow attached to the animals that you foster. You really, really do, and I think you're a little bit more protective of who's going to adopt them as well.
I've had a couple that have had broken legs, and you know, I've taken them home after they've been casted, so you just you just have to, you know, watch that they don't hurt themselves some more and give their leg a chance to heal, and then they get brought back and they're adopted.
It's a rewarding experience when you know that the kittens that you've cared for, you've nursed through a really bad illness, find a home, and they're not stuck in the shelter anymore.
We house over 30,000 animals a year. We don't strive for perfection in looks. We want just to take them and strive for perfection in family. A dog is $75. They get their shots. They get an avid chip. It's like a little piece of rice under the skin. So if they scan them, so if they get lost and don't have a collar, they get spayed and neutered. Kitties, we have $30. We also have 2 for $30. Why we do that is more people are apt to adopt dogs than cats, and cats do better when they have each other. They get a leukemia test, they get their shots, worming, rabies shots, spay, neutered. You know, if they're too young or too thin, we ask for a $50 deposit. Once they have them spayed and neutered, we mail this deposit right back.
We've seen our share of ups and downs, oh, how quickly life can turn around in an instant.
It costs the Animal Welfare League easily over $500,000 a year to care and feed for all these animals. If you have one animal, think about how much that costs you when you make a trip to the grocery store, and I'll multiply that by the 36,000 animals we get a year. Animal Welfare League is a nonprofit organization. We receive no funding from the local, state, or federal government. The only way we raise money is through our individual donations, corporate sponsorships of fundraising events. One of the biggest things, and I think is really the sweetest thing, is when people remember the Animal Welfare League in their wills. There's so many other ways to help, not just by money.
We need people to come and learn about the animals and be our sales reps. Go in the hallway, talk to the people, show an animal, give them a blanket, give them a toy, take them for a walk out in the back where we have dog runs, give them a taste of what they're lacking. And the more people you have, the more special it is for the animal.
We take almost everything. Food, litter, blankets, sheets, newspapers, office supplies just to help us get through processing adoptions, veterinarian supplies.
People will ask me, Linda, if you love animals, how can you be here day after day? And I always tell them, if you love animals, how could you not be here? This is their last chance. My goal is someday where you going back and we have 600 empty cages. That would be a dream come true, because that means they all have homes. You may not be able to save them all, but it's important to the one that you do save.
And in school,